Okay, so I put a video together because I've had an issue since the middle of September, which I reported to customer services, and that still hasn't been rectified. I've got the feeling that maybe people don't actually understand what the issue is, so I put this video together, and it's really frustrating. So what I've got here is on the left-hand side of the screen, my screener, which I've been running since February, and on the right-hand side, obviously, we've just got the share graph and one of the indicators that I'm using, CCI. The issue I've had is that since February, it's been working absolutely fine up until the middle of September, and this no longer works correctly. So let me take you through this. So left-hand side, we have the screener. It's a very simple set of screening rules. But one of the rules that has to be met is that on the previous close of day, so yesterday's close, that the CCI indicator went from below minus 100 to above minus 100. So it crossed the minus 100 line. So if I take the first share that comes up today, of which there's about 25, 26, WPP, we can see that, yes, in fact, actually, that's exactly what's happened here. So I'm just scrolling over. So at the end, close of yesterday, the CCI, if you look down to the bottom right-hand corner, was at minus 76, whereas the previous day, it was at minus 180 or 68, can't quite read that. So that's correctly identified this particular share, which is great. However, if I go down to James Latham, you can see here that the day before, it hasn't just crossed the minus 100. It did that a couple of weeks ago, but it hasn't just done it. And as I go down the list, there are a number of shares that do meet the criteria, and then there's a bunch that don't. The one common thing amongst the shares that do not meet the criteria is there, and therefore shouldn't be on this list, is they have missing data. So if we look at this James Latham, I go to the latest date and look down at the bottom which date that is. You can't quite see it because I've got it. So of course that's today, Thursday, 28th of October. If I flick back one, it's Monday, the 25th of October. So there's missing data in the top chart, and that's, I suspect, causing something to happen that means now it's not correctly selecting these shares. And every single case that I've checked where it's come up on the list and it shouldn't is because it's got missing data, or not because it's got there, but they've all got missing data. So there's something happening here. Now, this has been happening consistently since the middle of September. Something happened in the way that IG have started doing this, whether it's a change in the way they put the charts together, whether it's a data feed they've got different, but it's affecting this, and it will be affecting a lot of people and their indicators, if you know, especially the people who are using automated trading bots or using this to do that, it's going to be a problem. Okay, so there is something wrong. It doesn't look like the issues with PRT, because if I look at the chart within IG's own platform, it's looking exactly the same as what you can see here. So something's going wrong, guys, and I really hope you can sort this out. Just by the way, if I look at TradeView, just so we can compare it to another supplier, interestingly, they have a very similar CCI chart to the one that IG have got. It's not exactly the same, but then you wouldn't expect it to be exactly the same. But it's very similar. That crossed the minus 100 CCI a while back. So weirdly, it looks like the CCI chart might be correct, or possibly, but something's going on with the missing data. Of course, TradeView doesn't have any missing data. It's got a full complement of data. So guys, you need to take this video, and if you can please sort this out. I just can't believe that it's still going on a month on, and I'm suspecting that it's because someone doesn't realize the seriousness of what's been happening here. So I really appreciate if you can get back to me quickly and get on to this. That'd be great. Okay, thanks very much.